Hello, Zenith women, and welcome to the channel. Sometimes the most powerful roar is silence. In a world where everyone seems obsessed with being seen, heard, and liked, there exists a rare breed of women who step back, not out of fear, but out of deliberate, calculated intent. These are the Sigma females, enigmatic forces of nature who value depth over distraction and purpose over popularity. When life gets too loud, they don't retreat. They activate monk mode, an intense period of solitude, self-mastery, and quiet rebellion. Here's a little-known fact. Studies show that spending intentional time alone can boost creativity and problem-solving by up to 60%. But for Sigma females, this isn't just about becoming better. No, monk mode is their way of hitting the reset button, dismantling what doesn't serve them, and rebuilding a life so uniquely their own that it might leave the rest of us wondering, what did we miss while we were scrolling Instagram? So buckle up, because this isn't your average self-care journey. It's a deep dive into why Sigma females choose to walk away from the noise, embrace their inner lone wolf, and come back stronger, sharper, and unapologetically themselves. Oh, and if you're wondering, yes, they absolutely ghost a few group chats in the process. Number 1. To rewire their mindset for elite success. Sigma females approach self-improvement like a craft, and monk mode becomes their workshop. This isn't a superficial self-help phase. It's about breaking their own mental barriers and rewiring how they think at the deepest level. During this time, they dissect their thoughts, habits, and beliefs with surgical precision. They're not afraid to confront uncomfortable truths about themselves because they know ignoring them only keeps them stagnant. Monk mode gives them the time and space to identify where they've been holding themselves back and take actionable steps to overcome it. They approach it like an elite athlete would, systematically and with no excuses. They tackle limiting beliefs, the kind they might have picked up from society, family, or even past failures. Beliefs like, I'm not good enough, success is for other people, or this is just the way life is, get ripped apart and replaced with empowering truths. They train their minds to reject scarcity and self-doubt, instead building a framework for unshakable confidence and ambition. This period isn't about quick fixes. It's about creating mental habits that stick, so when they re-emerge from monk mode, they're sharper, more focused, and ready to operate on a level most people never even aspire to. They rewrite their inner dialogue, shifting it from a place of fear or hesitation to one of action and strategy. This is how they transform into their own biggest ally, armed with clarity, mental strength, and a renewed sense of direction. In monk mode, Sigma females don't just change their mindset, they rebuild it from the ground up. It's gritty, honest, and sometimes uncomfortable, but the results? A Sigma female who doesn't just survive the chaos of life, but thrives above it. Number 2. To escape the trap of toxic positivity. Sigma females are deeply aware of how toxic positivity has crept into modern life, demanding they smile through struggles and ignore their pain to keep the vibes high. For them, this approach is shallow at best and harmful at worst. Monk mode becomes their opportunity to reject this sugar-coated mentality and confront the raw, unfiltered truth of their emotions. They understand that real growth doesn't happen by avoiding discomfort, it happens by moving through it. During this time, they allow themselves to feel everything, even the emotions most people run from: anger, fear, sadness, or even jealousy. Instead of labeling these feelings as bad or trying to bury them under forced optimism, Sigma females treat them as messages. What is this discomfort teaching them? What patterns need to be broken? What wounds have they ignored for too long? Monk mode is where they get brutally honest with themselves, peeling back the layers of false positivity to uncover what's real. But they don't stop at introspection. They use these emotions as fuel. Anger becomes a spark for action. Sadness becomes a bridge to deeper understanding, and fear transforms into a challenge to overcome. By facing these emotions head-on, they emerge with a deeper sense of self-awareness and resilience. They learn how to honor their full emotional spectrum, no matter how uncomfortable it gets, instead of numbing themselves for the sake of good vibes. This process not only strengthens their mental and emotional fortitude, but also sharpens their authenticity. Monk mode isn't about avoiding negativity. It's about transforming it. By the end, Sigma females come out not just as emotionally stronger individuals, but as unapologetic forces of nature, ready to embrace life's complexities without the need for a false facade. Number 3, breaking free from performative living. Sigma females understand how exhausting and hollow performative living can be. Society often rewards those who play a part, smiling at the right moments, posting the perfect highlight reel, chasing milestones that look good on paper but feel empty inside. This charade might fool others, but it doesn't fool them. Sigma females feel the weight of these expectations, and instead of conforming, they step away entirely. Monk mode becomes their way of reclaiming their authenticity by dismantling the need to perform. During this period, they take a hard look at the roles they've been playing. Are they attending events they don't care about just to appear social? Are they chasing promotions or goals that others expect of them rather than what they truly desire? Monk mode strips all of that away, allowing them to reconnect with what actually matters. They disengage from the exhausting need to impress, compete, or conform. This isn't a passive retreat, it's an active process of recentering. By detoxing from societal pressures, Sigma females can create a life that feels right for them, not one dictated by appearances. They redefine success on their terms, choosing depth over decoration, meaning over optics. Whether it's in their relationships, careers, or daily routines, everything gets reevaluated through the lens of authenticity. When they emerge from monk mode, they've shed the layers of artificiality society imposed on them. They're no longer playing roles to fit in or chasing validation from others. Instead, their choices reflect their true selves, bold, purposeful, and entirely unfiltered. This rejection of performative living doesn't just free them, it empowers them to live fully and unapologetically. Number 4, to create a legacy, not just a life. For Sigma females, life isn't just about existing or checking off conventional boxes like careers, relationships, or fleeting accomplishments. It's about leaving an enduring impact that echoes far beyond their time. This is why monk mode becomes so essential to their journey. It's not just a phase of self-reflection, but a strategic period where they crystallize their vision and take deliberate steps to create something that truly matters. During monk mode, they pull away from the distractions of the everyday grind and zoom out to see the bigger picture. They ask themselves tough questions. What am I building? Why does it matter? What will people remember when I'm gone? These aren't easy questions, but Sigma females aren't interested in easy answers. They want clarity, they want depth, they want purpose. This time is when they turn their focus toward projects, ideas, or movements that align with their core values. Whether it's writing a book, starting a foundation, creating art that sparks change, or mentoring others to follow in their footsteps, every action they take is driven by the desire to leave a mark that transcends their personal experience. Monk mode is where they strip away the noise and distractions, fine-tune their skills, and put plans into motion that will outlast them. It's not about fame or recognition, it's about contribution. Sigma females know that living for temporary pleasures or surface-level accomplishments won't satisfy them. They want their work, their energy, and their existence to mean something significant. Monk mode allows them to align their daily actions with this deeper calling, ensuring that when their time is up, they don't just leave behind memories, they leave behind a legacy that speaks for itself. Number 5, to explore inner worlds others fear to touch. Sigma females view their inner world as uncharted territory, a place most people avoid because it's messy, raw, and often uncomfortable. While many distract themselves with external pursuits, Sigma females see the value in confronting what lies beneath the surface. During monk mode, they deliberately venture into the depths of their subconscious, unafraid to face the fears, traumas, and unresolved emotions that others spend their lives running from. This journey isn't easy. Diving into their inner worlds means confronting truths about themselves that might challenge their self-perception or force them to relive painful memories. But for Sigma females, avoidance is never an option. They know that real strength comes from understanding and integrating every part of themselves, the light and the dark. Monk mode becomes their space to process the parts of their psyche that are too often ignored or suppressed, turning vulnerability into their greatest source of power. They approach this inner exploration with curiosity and purpose. Instead of seeing fear or trauma as barriers, they treat them as puzzles to solve or lessons to learn. Whether it's uncovering childhood wounds, recognizing unhealthy patterns, or reevaluating their belief systems, Sigma females use this time to break free from the mental and emotional baggage that's been holding them back. Through this process, they not only heal, but also gain a profound level of self-awareness. They learn what drives them, what limits them, and what they truly need to thrive. By the time monk mode ends, they emerge with a clarity and emotional depth that few can match. While others fear the darkness within, Sigma females transform it into the foundation for their growth, proving that the bravest journey isn't out into the world, it's within themselves. Number 6. To redefine relationships on their terms. For Sigma females, relationships aren't about filling a void or meeting societal expectations. They're about genuine connection, mutual respect, and growth. But over time, even the most independent women can find themselves entangled in dynamics that drain their energy or hold them back. This is where monk mode becomes essential. It's not about abandoning relationships, but about stepping back to reevaluate and redefine them on their own terms. During this period of solitude, Sigma females take a hard look at the people in their lives. They ask themselves tough, unflinching questions. Is this person supporting my growth or stifling it? Do they inspire me or exhaust me? Am I here out of love and respect or out of obligation and habit? These aren't easy questions to answer, but Sigma females know they're necessary if they want to live authentically. Monk mode allows them to regain control of the energy they've been unconsciously giving away. They start setting boundaries that reflect their needs rather than the expectations of others. Toxic friendships, one-sided romantic relationships, and even overbearing family dynamics get reevaluated. If someone in their life consistently drains them or brings more chaos than clarity, Sigma females aren't afraid to step away, even if it means being misunderstood or criticized. But it's not just about cutting ties, it's also about strengthening the connections that matter. They identify the people who truly uplift them, those who align with their values and aspirations, and invest more deeply in those bonds. By the time they emerge from monk mode, their relationships are no longer dictated by convenience or tradition. They've been reshaped into something more meaningful, empowering, and aligned with who the Sigma female truly is. Number 7. To detox from emotional vampires. Sigma females are keenly aware of how draining certain people can be. These energy vampires may not always be obvious. They aren't necessarily malicious or openly toxic. Sometimes they come disguised as needy friends, overly demanding co-workers, or acquaintances who thrive on drama. Over time, these relationships take their toll, leaving the Sigma female feeling depleted and distracted from her goals. Monk mode becomes her strategy for reclaiming her time and energy. This detox process begins with silence. By withdrawing from social obligations, group chats, and endless interactions, Sigma females create the mental clarity needed to identify who or what has been quietly siphoning their energy. These aren't always people they dislike. In fact, energy vampires are often those they feel obligated to, friends they've outgrown, colleagues who overshare, or relatives who guilt trip. In monk mode, Sigma females drop the facade of politeness and ask themselves the hard question: is this relationship serving me, or am I just serving it? Once the realization sets in, they begin to make adjustments. Sometimes it's subtle, a reduction in availability, unanswered messages, or skipping events that don't feel right. Other times, it's a clean break. Sigma females aren't afraid of solitude. They know it's far better than clinging to relationships that drain them. But this detox isn't about isolation. It's about making room for meaningful connections. By removing the energy vampires, Sigma females can redirect their attention to the people and experiences that truly matter. They emerge from monk mode with a lighter emotional load, stronger boundaries, and a newfound sense of empowerment. It's not just about cutting ties. It's about prioritizing themselves unapologetically, ensuring that every connection moving forward adds value instead of taking it away. Number 8. To cultivate unapologetic individuality. Sigma females thrive on their individuality, but they know how easy it is to get caught in the trap of conformity. Society loves to reward sameness, whether it's dressing a certain way, following trends, or adopting popular opinions. For a Sigma female, this feels suffocating. Monk mode becomes her sanctuary, a time to strip away the noise and amplify what makes her unique, even if it means being misunderstood. During monk mode, she stops measuring herself against others and focuses entirely on her own path. This isn't about rebellion for the sake of it. It's about rediscovering what makes her tick, her quirks, her ideas, her style, and nurturing those traits without outside interference. She lets go of the need to fit in or seek approval, understanding that being herself is far more powerful than blending into the crowd. This period also allows her to reflect on where she might have compromised her individuality in the past. Maybe she downplayed her intelligence to make others comfortable, softened her opinions to avoid conflict, or conformed to expectations at work to keep the peace. In monk mode, these tendencies are confronted head-on. She begins to reclaim every part of herself, unapologetically embracing her authenticity, even if it ruffles feathers. When she emerges from monk mode, she doesn't just stand out, she shines. Her confidence in being fully herself is magnetic, even if it challenges the status quo. She's no longer bound by the opinions of others or the fear of judgment. Instead, she becomes a force of individuality, one who inspires others not by trying to fit in, but by proving that standing out is where true power lies. Number 9. To pursue intellectual extremes. Monk mode for Sigma females is far from a passive retreat. It's a full-on intellectual adventure. While most people use solitude as a chance to relax, a Sigma female uses it as an opportunity to dive into the deep, often intimidating realms of knowledge that many shy away from. She isn't just interested in the basics. She actively seeks out challenging concepts, whether it's obscure philosophy, complex theories in quantum physics, or niche artistic movements that push the boundaries of traditional thought. This period of immersion isn't about acquiring surface-level knowledge. It's about refining her mind to think critically and creatively in ways most people don't even know are possible. By engaging with intellectual extremes, Sigma females develop a razor-sharp ability to analyze, question, and connect ideas in ways others can't. Their curiosity isn't satisfied by the easy answers. They crave complexity and depth, diving into materials that require intense focus and contemplation. For a Sigma female, this process is transformative. She isn't merely absorbing information, she's challenging her own thinking and expanding her mental capacity. Whether it's contemplating the existential writings of Nietzsche, decoding the nuances of quantum mechanics, or immersing herself in the intricate details of avant-garde art, her mind is constantly evolving. She learns not just to understand the world, but to see it in entirely new ways. When she emerges from monk mode, she doesn't just have more knowledge, she has a sharpened intellect and an enhanced ability to think critically about the world. This mental discipline allows her to tackle complex problems with ease, create innovative solutions, and engage in intellectual conversations that leave others in awe. For Sigma females, monk mode is the ultimate space to unlock their cognitive potential and refine their minds into tools of unmatched creativity and insight. Number 10. To challenge the concept of normal. For Sigma females, the concept of normal is a box, one that's too small, too limiting, and far too constraining. Society's rules about how to live, what success looks like, and what happiness is supposed to be often feel like a straitjacket to them. Monk mode is their act of defiance, a way to break free from these predefined expectations and reconstruct life according to their own terms. They aren't afraid to question the things that most people take for granted. Why should success be measured by a 9-to-5 job, a mortgage, and a family unit? Why should happiness look the same for everyone? Monk mode provides Sigma females the space to dismantle these traditional frameworks and redesign their lives with new rules that fit them, not society's cookie-cutter expectations. This act of rebellion is not about rejecting structure entirely. It's about rejecting the unquestioned structure. Sigma females examine each aspect of their life, from relationships to careers to their own definition of fulfillment. They ask themselves, what do I truly want? If society says that getting married or having kids is a marker of success, they flip the script and decide whether that aligns with their vision. They might find freedom in non-traditional relationships or in crafting a career that excites them, not one that simply pays the bills. Through monk mode, Sigma females are rewriting the rules of existence, turning their backs on the societal blueprint and charting their own course. When they emerge, they don't just live life according to the norm or follow in anyone's footsteps. They blaze their own trail, unapologetically creating a life that reflects their unique values, passions, and vision. In this way, monk mode becomes the ultimate challenge to the concept of normal, an empowering opportunity to live life on their own extraordinary terms. In the end, Sigma females don't retreat into monk mode to escape life, they dive into it to master it. Monk mode isn't just a temporary break from the world. It's a powerful act of transformation, where they recalibrate their minds, reassess their relationships, and redefine what success means on their own terms. It's a period of intense self-discovery, intellectual exploration, and unapologetic authenticity that most people never dare to experience. While others might chase external validation or play by society's rules, Sigma females take the quieter, more deliberate path. They don't seek approval or try to fit in. They embrace their individuality and build lives rooted in genuine purpose. They challenge what is considered normal, and in doing so, they carve out a space where they can thrive, authentically, independently, and unapologetically. When they emerge from monk mode, they are no longer just living life. They are actively shaping it. With sharpened clarity, deeper self-awareness, and a stronger sense of purpose, Sigma females show the world that true power doesn't come from blending in. It comes from standing out and embracing the silence that leads to profound personal growth. If you've been inspired by the raw power and unapologetic energy of the Sigma female journey, it's time to join the tribe. Don't let this be just another passing thought. Subscribe to the channel and become part of a community that understands the true art of living on your own terms. Stay connected for more insights that will challenge your thinking, elevate your mindset, and empower you to embrace your own monk mode. Ready to stop following the crowd and start carving your own path? Hit that subscribe button, and let's redefine what it means to live life authentically, together. Thanks for watching, and bye.